This cabinet has seen better days. I had a major mental roadblock with this cabinet. And yeah, it's now sold and gone, and I'm super glad about that. So if you are a first-time viewer, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for all the returning viewers. I love you all. You are fabulous, and you give me the motivation to keep going. I'm Maggie, and welcome to my channel. So this cabinet had a drop-down desk part that was broken in half at one point, and somebody tried to put it back together. I don't have the best woodworking skills or the proper tools to fix it, so I opted to leave it completely off of this cabinet. This cabinet inside also had all of these nails. There were like 30 nails and all of these sticky little hooks. I am not sure what they were used for, but they all came off. This one here was a 3M hook. I didn't realize until after, and I could have just pulled the sticky part down like you do with those things. So I scraped them all off and took off all the hardware, and then I'm going to clean it up. This little shelf here had to go as well, since it wasn't going to be used as a desk anymore. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I love using Simple Green to clean all of my furniture pieces. It's a great all-purpose cleaner that you can dilute if you want to, but I usually just use it full strength on my furniture. And then I use a damp cloth to wipe it all down to get the residue from the cleaner off. And here again, I'm using it on this glass door and my scraper to remove that old frosted detail. After doing a light sanding all over the whole piece, I moved on to priming. I'm using a gray primer, and I'm going to do 2 layers of this primer all over the whole cabinet. I was a little afraid that the tannins from the stain or the wood would bleed through the lighter color that I was planning on putting on this cabinet. Moving on to the first coat of paint, I'm using a chalk paint that I mixed up myself. It is a very light greeny yellowy color, and I didn't keep it this color. I completely changed my mind, and I also added this Would You Bend molding. I forgot to film that part, but it's just a Would You Bend. You can look them up online. It's a pliable wood applique that you just glue on, and then I painted over top of it. I even went as far as to paint the back panels in a very dark brown chalk paint. I also painted over that eventually. Here we are moving forward. I'm adding a darker teal to the bottom, and my plan is to blend it in to a bit of a lighter teal color. So I tried it with the really light green, and I didn't like how it was turning out. So I added some of the light green to the darker teal to get a deeper color, and it was a bit easier for me to blend those two colors together. so there wasn't a huge contrast. Now that the bottom part is the darker teal color, I moved on to adding some dark black wax around it just to give it some shading to make it kind of pop out. And then I put on a little bit of bronze gilding wax and just a touch of gold gilding wax over top. More and more painting later, and soon it will be going into timeout because I kind of hit a mental roadblock with this piece. I was having trouble with the blending, and I just had to put it away and not look at it for a while. I think it ended up sitting in my dining room for about a month.
Behind him, he's like right close up to me. He's like this. It's like I'm dying. Help me, God.
I also added a new shelf because this space just looked awkward without one. The fronts of these drawers were really orange. It's kind of hard to tell on video, but my favorite thing to do when it's really orange is to do a whitewash over top, and that really tones down the orangeness of it. So that's what I did here, and then I added Fusion Stain and Finishing Oil in the color Cappuccino. My favorite thing to do lately is to decoupage some napkins or tissue onto the sides of drawers. I think it's a fun way to add some extra little interest and something to look at when you open the drawer. It's like a little surprise when you open the drawers. I love it. It's also very simple to do. You just need a little bit of decoupage gel, and you just spread an even layer underneath the napkin, and then you press it all down, and then you add another thin layer over top. You can do 2 coats over top. You can also just do your finishing top coat over top as well. I let the drawers dry completely before adding the stain. Can you guess where I got these antique handles? You got it, from the antique store. I love rummaging through the boxes of handles and different kinds of hardware and stuff at the antique store. It's so much fun. These ones took little brass what do you call them? Little brass nails to put in, which was a little nerve-wracking. I didn't want to damage the handle, but it ended up working out great. I also added a little bit of gilding wax, gold gilding wax, to these handles just to bring them back to life. I thought I was going to have to use some etching cream to add a design to the glass door, but doing some research, I discovered this Rust-Oleum glass frost spray. This is a way easier solution. It's also less time consuming, and it's also removable. If you change your mind down the road and somebody wants to take this off, it's very easy to use a scraper to get it off. Hammering in those nails on the glass door was extremely nerve-wracking, but I managed to do it without breaking the glass. Thank goodness. I recently discovered the website called Temu. It's like Amazon, only a lot of things are pretty cheap, but really good quality. I found this magnetic closure for the door. So that's it, guys. I don't have the finished cabinet to show you, to sit in front of right now to do an outro, to say goodbye and all that stuff, because it's sold. I posted it on a marketplace and it sold in 2 days. So I'm really happy about that. And yeah, the lady that picked it up, she absolutely loved it. And I'm really glad to be done with that project because it was causing me so much turmoil in my brain. And so, yeah, so it's gone, and I'm really glad about that. And I already said that. So, and I keep looking over here because that's where my face is, but you're right here. So I don't usually do videos like this, like holding the camera and all that stuff. Anyway, I always get off on like a little tangent and my brain just goes woo, and it's like I gotta keep bringing myself back to talk to you. Okay, so if you really like this video, please hit that like button because it goes a long way in getting my video out there to be seen by more people, which I really, really need. Also, I'm I'm in the process of adding a join button, just in case anybody wants to have some little extras. I'm going to be doing some behind the scenes stuff, and you can also message me, and I get your messages pop up in a different section so that I can see it right away. Um, I'm still going to have all the other same stuff, but there's just a few little perks with having the join button. And I'm only asking $1.99 for being a part of my community, and I really appreciate all of your support and motivation to continue because I need it like really bad. So I'm going to say goodbye now, and I hope that you guys have a really good week. Thanks for watching.
Everybody has their job, 9 to 5, and getting drained. They settle for second best, scared to risk what the future might bring. What the future might bring. I hold my breath, waiting for someone to knock at my door, telling me there is more waiting for me. Whoa. If I love you harder than I've ever done before, oh, maybe I belong somewhere above the water. My lungs are tired from running for a long time. My feet got blisters, but maybe I belong if I love a little harder. If I love all the ways the world puts me to the test, if I embrace every fall, learn to grow and keep myself tall.